Good morning and welcome to the October 21st meeting of the Richmond Unsafe Building Commission. Please call the roll.
Barry Turner.
Here.
Ann Taylor.
Here.
Terry Hillard.
Here.
We've received minutes and I accept the motion to approve or any comments or questions.
Second.
Is that a motion to approve?
Yeah.
Thank you. I
Motion
second.
to amend, and I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion carries. Proof of publication.
Thank you. We do have one emergency matter on the agenda for 214 Northwest First Street. The other three demolitions, 111 South 11th Street, 212 South 7th, and 828 South 6th Street. These have all been published. I have the proof of publication here. It states the time, date, place, and items on today's agenda, which is October 21st. This proof of publication is in order to hold the public hearing, and I would ask the board to make a motion to accept the proof of publication.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have no old business today, so we'll go straight to new business. And the first matter before us today is 214 Northwest First Street, emergency demo.
And before we move to new business, I would like to swear in any speakers who are presenting testimony or giving evidence. Please stand and raise your right hand. You swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Then we'll proceed with new business. And open the floor for a report from the staff.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
The first building here we have is 214 Northwest First Street. The owner, Michael Sell. This property suffered a fire on 9/9/25. Fire was labeled as being suspicious. Therefore, the fire department had an investigation into this property that took almost 2 weeks. So, meanwhile, the owner was notified, and through process, he has obtained a contractor. Kelly Cox of Cox Excavating has a contract with him to remove this structure, which would then, save the city thousands of dollars. However, there needed to be an asbestos report done on that property, which in itself had took 2 weeks to have that asbestos report done and the results given back to us. What we are doing at the moment is allowing the owner to take steps to remove the structure. Kelly Cox said he would probably have it removed by the end of the month. We have followed through with steps in case that doesn't happen. So we've got the asbestos report, we've got all disconnects. So we're hoping that the owner itself will take care of the situation. Here I can show you the reports from the asbestos company. I don't know if you can see that real good, but there was 27 samples taken at that property, and only one showed evidence of asbestos. And the summary of their asbestos-containing material was that it did contain a little more than 1% of the what's allowed on a property. So steps will have to be taken by the contractor, of course, to remediate that small amount of asbestos. So this is just to show you that those reports have been asked for and received. This is a property, and it still remains in such condition at the moment. But we are staying in contact with the contractor, and things are right on step to be removed, as they said. In the event that does not take place, we will move forward with the emergency demo of this property. And I feel strongly that that will happen, that the owner will then take the steps to remove this structure. So I wanted to come to you today to really keep you in the loop as far as what's going on with the structure and where we're at with it at this time.
So there's really no action for us to take on this matter today?
Exactly.
Got it.
So,
We appreciate the update.
pardon me?
We appreciate the update.
Okay, that's no problem. So, but if you'd like to table this for next month, whatever happens should be done and over with by that time.
Can I have a motion?
I have a motion that we table this until next meeting.
I second that.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, 111 South 11th Street. Staff report on that?
Hold on, that's my fault. Do. There you go, Sherry. At this time, I'd like to excuse myself from the meeting due to conflicting things I've got to do. So,
Have a good rest of your day.
thank you.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Good morning, board members. Sherry Ritchie, City of Richmond Code Enforcement Department.
Morning.
Morning.
111 South 11th Street. This property has been a longstanding concern in the community. The property was built in the 1900s, has a history of issues dating back to 2019, including a significant fire in December of 2022. There are several missing or broken windows located throughout the property, deterioration to the roof and soffit areas, broken steps, and people are constantly dumping trash in the back of the house due to it being vacant for several years and the vegetation is always overgrown. Despite having 2 new owners since 2022 with the fire, the property has not been properly maintained or repaired. It currently has over 17 enforcement violations recorded since 2019. Furthermore, the property has been without water since December 13th of 2022 and without electric since December 14th, 2022. It has had outstanding taxes, or it has outstanding taxes on it, of $5,034.97. The condition of the property is particularly concerning given the proximity to Bell Elementary School, which is only 3 blocks away, a public park, which is only 1 block away, and several local businesses that are less than 1 block away. The lower windows of the property were boarded up by the City of Richmond in the early part of 2023 after that fire. Since then, there has been very little change to the property except for the cleaning up of the yard or the cutting of the grass, which is done randomly after notices get sent to the owner. They did paint the OSB and clean up the yard once, but I have sent them several emails and letters with little to no action taken. In fact, a local business owner, who I won't mention, has been cutting the front of the grass because he tries to keep the community around his business clean. So in front of the property, due to it being blighted, that's, why he does that. And this has been affecting the community, I believe, for several years. So here you can see some of the fire damage to the windows, and there's broken windows here on the west side of the property. There's missing and broken windows on the north side of the house, Also the south side of the house. You can see in the back, there's also missing doors and windows back here, brush, and the grass needs mowed. And this is from August of 2025. Nothing really has changed except that they did paint a few of the OSB boards to make it not look so blighted. And you can see that the grass right here has kind of been cut, again, by not the property owner, by someone else. Here again, broken windows, broken steps, more missing and broken windows. Back looks the same. Broken, missing windows there as well. And the grass here needs cut. This grass is over 8 inches. This is in the backyard. This is in the front. The business owner didn't cut the grass in between the strip out front. But here's tires that are dumped there and trash that's in the back also. And this house is vacant, but because people don't live there and it's been vacant for so long, people dump stuff there all the time. I know it doesn't belong to the owner, but with it being vacant, people, make it trashy all the time. And these people are from Oregon, so they're not even, coming here to check on the property. So I respectfully ask the Unsafe Building Commission to make a motion to affirm the order to demolish the nuisance and deteriorated property located at 111 South 11th Street.
Thank you for that report. I'll now open the floor for public comment.
My name is Richard Lake. I apologize, I've never been here before, so I'm not sure. First of all, I've heard that you're all volunteers and you don't get paid for this. You need your heads examined for doing this, bless your heart. So, talk about a thankless job, right? Before I talk about just some factual things, in a public meeting, I want to thank this young lady right here, but because of Sherry Ritchie, there's been 40 or more vehicles, campers, trailers moved off our streets this year that broke code. And thank you, Sherry. You also have some of a thankless job, but it doesn't go unnoticed that you're making the difference.
Thank you.
Lived here 30 years and watched our city collapse. This is going to be a very short speech. It's absolutely heartbreaking that I have to come here today to say something so obvious. The house across the street from our office, where my wife and I paid our property taxes for 30 years, burnt. First, I was told by the mayor it's probably insurance company's fault that it wasn't being fixed. I have no idea what that was based on. Then there were people coming in, living in it, squatting in it. The city was kind enough to put plywood over the windows where they were going, the doors and stuff, where they're going in and out. Of course, they broke those down, and the city came back and did a better job, and I appreciate that. In the meantime, I've mowed the grass there, I've weeded it, I've sprayed. If anybody wants any used tires, there's some 5 or 6 used tires in the back of the house right now. I could tell you lots of things that just break my heart, but 2 things come to mind. One, I said to my wife this morning when I came here, I said, "Do you want me to tell you what happens at the meeting?" And she says, "No, we're done." The city of Richmond, if you want to let the city of Richmond wants to let itself decay from within, I have to accept it. It's heartbreaking. 2 months ago, my wife was at the back door of our office, and there's a lady in our parking lot on South A Street who got pulled down by the hair and bashed in the face by a gentleman that comes from just this kind of houses that we tolerate. My wife said to her, "Come in our office." She didn't. I think to everybody here or anybody, if she came in our office, it's me and 3 ladies with that guy behind her, now what would have happened? So, the person I understand that owns this building, like Sherry said, are way behind on their taxes. I have to tell you one more thing that always makes me smile. Of all the things I've heard about this house, one of the last things I heard was it's structurally sound. I mean, could you imagine if they moved that house by anybody here, or no disrespect, or where I live in Glen Eagle Estate, and told them, don't worry, it's structurally sound? I mean, I prayed so hard this morning that my words would be soft but clear. Tear the house down, leave it up. If there's 200 or 300 in Richmond, right, that we just sit and tolerate. A very good friend of mine one time said to me a few months ago, we were mowing in the city, and she said, what we don't correct, we validate. So if we don't tear the house down, we validate it, and I have to live with it. I can't thank you enough for the time you've given me today. I hope I don't offend anybody. It's beyond, words don't describe how demoralizing this is. When I pick up trash in the city and try so hard, and we watch a city that's full of such great people, wonderful people, and we have to tolerate this. Kills our schools, kills our businesses. People like me go, I'm done. I'm going to say one last thing. I was at AJ's restaurant. We know everything there says the truth. And there's an older person there that's very successful. And I said to him, Carmel would never accept stuff like this. And he said, move to Carmel. And I thought to myself, he's got his wish. For decades, the kids in this city graduate and go to college. They move to Carmel, Westfield, Greenfield, Greenwood, and they never come back. And we accept it. So I want to thank you for your time. I'm sorry for being long-winded. If you tear it down, that's great. If you leave it up, I have to accept it. Sherry, you're the bomb. Thank you very much. God bless you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you,
for your
Mr. Lake.
comments. We appreciate it. And can the staff inform us as to what's the status of that particular property? Is it on our radar screen?
Well, yeah, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
He's talking about South A. North A?
No.
South A.
South 11th.
Is that the 111?
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
doing those.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
any other comments from the public on this particular one? I'll close the hearing. What's the,
I can make a motion to affirm the emergency actions taken by the enforcement authority for the
Need
park.
the other motion, sorry. The non-emergency.
It's a regular demo.
Thank you.
Down
Sorry.
here. I want to make sure I'm correct on this. Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm correct. That's good. Just want to double check. Sorry about that. I want to make a motion to adopt the statements of the enforcement authority as the findings of the commission based on the evidence and testimony, and to affirm the submitted order and for the order become a continuous enforcement order.
do I hear a second to that motion?
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this matter. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Or did you do a roll call for votes? Okay. Motion carries. All right, let's move on to 212 South 7th Street.
212 South 7th Street. This property has severe structural damage. The condition of the property is in extremely poor condition. It's located within less than a block from a public park and local businesses. The property's had over 8 enforcement violations written up on the property and shows signs of mold and asbestos. The property hasn't had water since January of 2021 or electric since June of 2021. The house was built in 1870 and has $583.49 due in property taxes. You can see here, front of the house, there's missing windows. Looks like there's water damage to the wood on this window to the left. There's rubbish and debris and brush here in this picture, and there's debris and trash to the left in this picture. Here's the backyard. There's trash back here as well, and more limbs. There's broken furniture in this picture. You can see that there are holes in the back of the house that they've tried to cover up with the plywood, and there's unsecured and open windows back there as well. Holes right here by the roof. The dump truck that's been in the backyard for several years that just sits there. And again, more brush over here. It's like someone started to work on the property and then just basically stopped. So that was in April, and then nothing has really changed except the grass has gotten higher. This is in August. You can see to the left or the south side of the property. Again, there's missing parts of the house that's covered up with OSB, and the missing windows still, siding that's missing. Again, broken windows. The front hasn't changed. The back just has, or the side over here just has more overgrown growth, but you can see right here where it's missing parts of the wood to the house that's exposed. Again, you know, this is a place where children walk to go to the high school or to go down to that park, and it's just really unsafe. Anybody could get into that property, and squatters. Here's to the right or the property, the north side of the property. And then here's the back of the house. You can see all of this right here that they've tried to cover up. And again, nothing's changed. Still has the dump truck there. You can see in the picture to the right, part of the roof where it's just completely rotted. And again, more overgrown vegetation to this property. This has been an eyesore for several years. And this property is also owned by people that do not live in Richmond. And it has recently changed hands within the past, I'd say, year. People buy it, and then they have big, dreams of fixing it up. And then they realize how bad it is, and then nothing happens. So I respectfully ask the Unsafe Building Commission to make a motion to affirm the order to demolish the house and remove all the debris from the backyard of the property located at 212 South 7th Street.
Thank you. I'll open the floor for public comment. Is there anyone wishing to speak for or against this matter? Hearing none, we'll move on with a motion, hopefully.
In regards to the property at 212 South 7th Street, I make a motion to adopt the statements of the enforcement authority as the findings of the commission based on the evidence and testimony, and to affirm the submitted order and for the order to become a continuous enforcement order.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this matter. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. 828 South 6th Street.
Hey, for those of you who don't know, that are new to the board, we have had several Don Jr. and Brian Ballinger properties that have not been taken care of over the years. They were given to them by their father, and not only do they not fix them up, but they don't even respond to any of our letters or phone calls whatsoever. I would say they haven't for probably at least 2 years, and they have many properties in this town that they either let go and just don't fix, or they know there's an issue, know that we have fines or liens on the properties, and they will sell them to people and them not know, and then them be responsible for that. So just to give you a heads up on Ballinger properties that we have in town. We have several that are like this. So this property also has structural damage. You can see in the picture to the left, it has missing door and windows. Picture to the right, it has rotted soffit and fascia. Again, missing windows here. See in this picture, there's overgrown vegetation growing on the house and missing siding here. Broken windows. More broken windows on the north side of the house. Missing fascia on the back of the house. Broken window here. Overgrown vegetation there. You see, it looks like there have to appear some trespassers because you can see grocery carts and someone has taken off some OSB, more overgrown vegetation, tires, just trash and debris on the side of the house. You can see that this is the garage, and you can see right here that this is bowing out. And then here it is on 731. Again, the grass not being cut at all. Still broken windows. Still an open door. It's unsecured. Same issues. Nothing has been done. Still has missing windows and the missing siding. Nothing has been cleaned up. Looks like we added a grocery cart this time. And still more overgrown vegetation, actually 2 extra grocery carts from the last time. You can see, again, overgrown vegetation in the backyard. So this property is not being maintained at all by the Ballingers. It's just sitting there, deteriorating. So I respectfully ask the Unsafe Building Commission to make a motion to affirm the order to demolish the house, garage, and overgrown vegetation located at 828 South 6th Street.
Do the Ballingers live here in town?
Their addresses are in Winchester.
So locally still.
They're local, but
Yeah, but not in Richmond.
yeah, they don't respond at all. And this house is not too far from the high school and, Bridge Avenue.
Yeah.
And they haven't responded to any of the fines?
No,
or-
they don't respond at all. And I have their personal phone numbers. So,
Well, I'll open the floor for public comment on this one. Anyone here wishing to speak for or against this motion? Hearing none.
In regards to 828 South 6th, I can make a motion to adopt the statements of the enforcement authority as the findings of the commission based on the evidence and testimony, and to affirm the submitted order, and for the order to become continuous and enforcement order.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the staff report. All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. And that takes us to the end of our meeting, or at least to the end of our agenda. Anything else for us, Kim?
Not unless you have any questions.
Any questions? We're adjourned.
Thank you.